want to keep it short because we got a lot to get to in this podcast.
A lot to get to. What do you want to do first, David?
Let's since we got Jordan here, we got to do the story of the century
Of the week.
That's a new segment.
All right, new segment. Wow,
well-
story of the century of the week.
Yeah, it's a big
That's
deal.
a big deal.
This week, Apple had its big. What is it called again? What would Apple
Just
do?
another one of their events.
Who voted on that?
WDCC.
No, this isn't WWDC, but this
Anyways.
is just their September event they do every year.
And they announced a bunch of stuff. Now I have not. You have taken a lot of notes, sir.
Yes, a lot of notes here.
He sent me his notes, and I was like, "Good Lord, you're actually doing your job on the podcast."
How dare you, David?
I'm just kidding.
I do that all the time.
You do.
Recently.
So I want to know what they talked about and why I should care because I do have an iPhone. Jordan's.
I'll tell you why.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
we'll
not-
get to
okay,
the
go.
iPhones. I'm not going to start off with iPhone. The iPhone's going to be a little long talk. I'll just kind of go beat by beat here with the big stuff they announced.
Yep.
One biggest thing for all of us is Nintendo is going to make a new game for the iPhone, exclusive. Well, not exclusive to the iPhone. It's timed exclusive, but it's Mario.
Mario
It's gonna be
Runner.
Mario, but it's called Super Mario Run.
so it looks like an endless runner.
Is it like Temple
Endless
Run
Runner-
just with the Mario guy?
No, it's not like that, but it is a one-tap runner. So, you tap to jump.
Yeah.
And you go through traditional Mario. They look like Mario levels, collecting coins and stuff. And you can use those coins to build your own Mushroom Kingdom, of course.
Of course, got to have that.
I feel like Nintendo's just going to do like Flappy Bird, but you're Yoshi and like all
Why
these
not?
It
games
looks
that
like-
all exist
why not?
already. I mean, why not? But it's
The graphic style looks like the
Cheating.
Super Mario on Wii, which it looks excellent. You
yeah,
know, it
I
looks
saw
really
the
good.
video, the preview video. It looks good.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it would be fun.
And Miyamoto was there to announce it and stuff, which was really cool to see
Yeah.
him always. They're also going to have like a battle mode multiplayer called Toad Rally, where you pretty much do the same level.
Because when I think battle, I think Toad.
He is
But
the
you
most
pretty much
vicious.
you're pretty much it's you and a friend doing the same exact level, and you can see like their
The
ghosts
ghosts.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's whoever if you do like daring feats like long jumps, then Toads will be like, oh yay, like they'll cheer for you.
That's cool.
Yeah,
time,
so-
time trials is I think what they
Yeah.
used to do back in the day. They used to
Yeah.
do it with Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, all
that was
the
a big
time.
deal. Yeah.
But it's coming holiday season. They didn't say what price, but they did say it was going to be a set price and no microtransactions.
Boo.
Why?
I'd
What do
rather
you
it be
mean, boo?
rather it be free. And,
Well,
No,
yeah.
I would not rather be.
Well,
free. Are
here's
you
the
kidding
deal.
me?
I'd rather it be free with microtransactions that don't matter. Like,
That's my point.
I can buy a new outfit, but it doesn't affect the game. I hate the microtransactions that were like, you can get better. You can buy a faster cart or whatever.
No,
No,
see,
I'd
I don't
rather
mind
I'd rather just pay for the game.
yeah, I'm starting to become more and more of like I rather have it because I've started playing like free games and they're good games and I just don't buy the micro because we always talking
Yeah.
about it's great like that Dots and Company game.
Yeah.
I haven't spent any money. I'm at level 151 of 170.
Wow.
All
Can't
I
believe
have
I
to-
turned you on to the game.
Oh my- I still play it like
I
crazy.
installed it so long ago.
Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, so anyway, check it out. I'm curious how much it's going to be. What do you guys think? I'm thinking $10.
Why don't they just make an
$10. Well, I'll never play that.
wait for it to go on sale? They have, like,
what do you
Black
guys think? What are you guys' predictions?
I was gonna say I think why don't they just make an emulator? I don't understand. Even if
Well-
it's terrible.
Yeah, why?
because they don't make Nintendo's not in the market for making terrible products.
I have a Game Boy
Are
emulator.
you
on
sure?
my
Have you
phone.
checked out the Wii U recently?
But you know what I mean, like especially their games and stuff are always of the highest quality, supposedly.
their games. But
Yeah, first party.
I get that, but there's just such a backlog of games that would be. I would love
Yeah,
to play
just-
the original Zelda on my iPhone and just like
'Cause I have an
no, but
emulator.
that's my
Right.
point. But if they made a licensed one, I don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they don't do it. I know that.
'Cause they could sell the games for
like
a
a
buck.
virtual console app.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of thing.
like a couple bucks. Like, I'd buy Zelda for $2,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you know what they do? They'd be like one for $2 or like five for
you get
Right.
the whole Zelda
you
collection
know,
for
5
$10.
for $9 or something like that. And I'd be like,
No,
okay,
I would
fine.
totally buy that stuff. Or you know, what'd be
Metroid
great
on your
if they
iPhone?
had like
Awesome.
remember Sega TV.
Yes.
Yes, they need something like that, where you could just because if you can't just download everything because eventually you run out of memory. So if you could just play whatever game you want
Over the
to,
area.
and it's just an emulator right there, and it
Streaming.
just streams it.
I used to play the game Skitchin. Speaking of Sega TV, that's a throwback.
Sega TV.
Man, I used to love
I never had
Sega
any
TV.
Sega products. I don't know what the hell you guys.
I
talking
never
about.
had Sega TV, but I knew about it, and it seemed awesome.
Well, see, what's interesting is that whole genre of gaming because they came out with, God, was it called Game Lab? Like I remember it was like Tomb Raider was like their big selling point. I can't remember what it was, but it was GameFly purchased them, and it was a streaming
It was on live.
on
Was one
live
of them.
on
There was a
live. There's a
couple
whole
of them.
bunch of Ouya or whatever Ouya.
Yeah.
All these, and I know Sony's been trying to push it with like PlayStation Now. I think is what it's called.
Well, PlayStation Now, but I don't think it streams it from your console. But I don't
Right.
think
But that's
it's-
my point is that you're not actually downloading onto a physical drive, and that's what you're saying. At the same time, I don't think that's a bad idea because I don't know
A
how-
lot of games were, all go off latency and stuff, and you're not going to have that if you don't download the game.
But I'm not talking about playing
Yeah, but
3D
these
like
games are
2D,
old. They're
yeah,
like-
2D.
Oh,
you
that's
could
what
fit
you're talking
every
about.
single
Gotcha,
Nintendo game on like a 1 gigabyte like thumb drive.
Yeah,
like
of course.
I think you could do like all of regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy,
Japanese
and, like,
American releases, all of them. Yeah.
N64 is all like less than 2 gigs.
Yeah.
I have it all.
No, that's
and then PlayStation. Huh?
It's more than that.
But
No.
anyway,
I did all the
it's
games
not.
on that Game Boy project I was doing, and I had an 8 gig card, and I could just
But,
fit most of the
but my point is, game by game basis, like how much is Mario, the
Lies.
original Mario, streaming like going to
every
be?
single game.
No, I
Like,
know.
even
it's not.
all the
I know
bad
you're
ones.
inaccurate on that.
Anyways,
just like
we both- you're
just
both-
like the amount of Pokemon that were released, I'm positive that you could do it in less than 2 gigs.
Okay.
right. Anyway,
what else,
back to the Apple
what else
stuff.
should they talk about?
iWork, David. It's their Office suite. They got real-time collaboration. Next topic.
No
I
one
miss you,
cares.
Joe.
Yeah.
I work.
Apple Watch. They talked about a new Apple Watch they're coming out with called the Series 2. Good thing is it almost seems like an Apple Watch S. I obviously use an Apple Watch and I like it. I wish it could do more. But the Series 2 is just improves the processor to a dual-core SoC now. It has a GPS built in. It is now waterproof or water-resistant to a point where you can use it. You can swim with it now. Which people have done tests with this, and you can swim with it. But it's a fish. You can. Apple said you can now.
That was the guy who
so-
got pushed into the pool. Official
Right.
tester.
That's the
quote, unquote.
only time I tested. It's like
Yeah.
an accident. Oh wow, it works.
Your phone, it's like waterproof. He's like, I'm never going to find out.
No.
Don't trust you.
But they're definitely focusing more on fitness with these new watches. They have a collaboration with Nike as Nike Plus or Apple Watch.
Yeah,
Nike
they used
Plus
to have a Nike
edition.
Plus back in the day with their shoes.
They've
They
had collaboration with them.
yeah,
for
they would
decades
put
now.
something in your shoe and it would check your
Yeah, so they're
pedometer.
going to have an exclusive watch as well. Also, they ditched the gold. No more Apple Watch edition. They ditched the 14-karat gold. Apparently, no one wants to buy a 10K watch. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, especially like an Apple. Like, I mean,
Well, they
they're
did-
going to replace it. Like
you would
every
want like
year.
a fine, like, Swiss timepiece. You wouldn't want like a digital
Exactly.
Apple.
Something you don't need to replace every year.
Well, not even just that. Just the idea of why watches are expensive is because of like the craftsmanship and like it was made by a machine. Like it's not handmade. This Apple Gold watch. You know what I mean? Like
No,
it's
I
the-
want a watch built by children instead.
no, but I'm saying like I want like a guy hunched over and like a
I don't think any watch are
You
made
want
like that
blood,
anymore. dude.
you want
Yeah.
blood money into that
Yeah,
watch.
exactly. I want someone working hard over my Swiss timepiece. But
But then they did announce a new top of the line watch. It's like a ceramic based material. It's supposed to be really nice. That's like $1,200. So that's not their new top of the line instead of $10,000. They announced a Pokemon Go app for the Apple Watch, which I'm super excited about. It allows you to do pretty much everything from your watch except catch the Pokemon. So you start a workout on your
I was gonna
phone.
say, what else do you do?
Collect Pokestops. You can.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
catch eggs.
Yeah, you can hatch eggs from there. It'll show like how much time you have left. When a Pokemon is like nearby, instead of like looking at your phones, it'll just ding you. Go, oh, so there's a Snorlax.
pull out your
up
phone.
your phone and then catch it. So that's super cool. I'm really excited for that.
Okay.
That should be before the end of the year.
I saw a cool gadget. It's literally a Pokeball, and it's just made to charge your phone, but it looks like a Pokeball. It's like a battery.
Oh,
Like, how cool is that?
That is cool.
So
You
just
carry
it.
around your Pokeball, and you just plug your phone in to charge it. But
Speaking
Awesome.
of Pokeballs, I saw a video or a picture on Instagram. Some Target, you know how Target has those big red concrete bollards in front of their store, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't like drive into it.
They painted them.
They
right?
painted them like Pokeballs
Oh,
because it's
that's
a
cool.
Pokestop, and I was like, that's so cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Super,
Did
super
you guys
cool.
see the like fight? There was like a boxing match or UFC fight or something when they won, and the guy
Yeah, the
who
guy-
won, he threw a Pokeball.
He put it on the
at him.
ash hat, and then he threw the Pokeball.
Seriously?
Yeah.
it
that's
was-
amazing.
It
I
was
gotta
so
see
awesome.
that.
He
The
knocked-
particular guy is actually
Yeah.
known for like making like funny stuff after he wins. You
Yeah.
know, like it's the
Like celebratory
Yeah.
dances. and
It
stuff.
was yeah.
It's
you
the
guys gotta
worst.
show me
It's
that
the worst
after.
though because it's like the guy who just knocked you out as a jerk. Like,
yeah,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it's the greatest.
It's like teabagging someone after you kill
yeah,
them.
exactly.
Right.
It's like
But it is funny.
Who was the one in football you see that? Was that Terrell Owens or something? Like the cell phone?
Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, Ochocinco, that's who it was.
Chad Johnson. Yeah, he would put on like the Hall of Fame jacket
Or
after
like he
gets
like
the-
planted a cell phone and like went
Called
and got
somebody,
it,
yeah.
called his mom or something.
pulled a pen
Stupid.
out of his shoe and signed the ball and threw it to a fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy that because it's.
I do too.
But it's clearly like, oh god.
I think it's
Just
great.
play
I,
games.
I think it's the funniest. They should not just not penalize it. They should like be like
Well,
You
that's why
get-
it's called
you
the
get
NFL. The no
bonus
penalty, so.
for
Yeah, you get 10 yards.
like, that was
against the-
creative. Good job. Here's 10 grand.
They have judges there 10, 9.
Okay, keep going.
Get an
Last thing,
audience.
they are updating the original Apple Watch. They're putting the new dual core CPU from the second edition, and they're selling it as well. So they're going to have both watches on sale, and now it starts at $269 for the 38 millimeter watch, and those come out in late October. So the big news.
Are you going to buy the new one?
No.
Okay.
No, this
So
is
not
with
enough
the new
change.
update that's coming out. Apple OS 3, they're changing a bunch of stuff, which will make you can actually run apps in memory now instead of having to connect to your phone. And the slowness is always a big problem.
There's a latency issue too.
Huge
right?
latency, yeah.
So now it's more streamlined. That
Once
was
the
you
update
talked
comes
about
out.
that last time though. So it's still a
When
problem.
they announced it, yeah.
Okay.
So the big news, obviously the new iPhone 7 and 7 Plus were announced. They did say they've now sold over 1 billion iPhones on the
crazy.
planet. It's insane.
I was there for the beginning.
They've been around for a while. It's about time.
You were there at the beginning, right? You were working at AT&T when the iPhone 1 came out or
Yeah.
whatever they called it.
I was like, this thing can't even send pictures. This is the stupidest thing in the world.
I remember people.
No one's gonna buy it.
This is so.
But it changed the world. I mean, honestly,
The biggest paycheck I've made working at AT&T was when the iPhone 3G came out. Holy crap!
yeah, we had somebody
That
that
commission check
hooked
it was
up
like
a
$7,000 in 1 month. It was
awesome.
ridiculous.
I remember somebody hooked up a TV and a Xbox because they're waiting out in line to their car battery and were playing Rock Band.
I think I remember that.
That was awesome. It was so much fun. Like, and it was such a like we didn't get the phones until the day they were released. Like,
Yeah.
we could look at them. So like we
Of
were
course,
just
you had the people weeks before, like, how many are you gonna have? And I don't think did they do pre-orders for the original one?
I don't think so. No,
it wasn't until the 3G
I
they
used
did
to,
pre-orders.
and you had to sign a 2-year contract and pay full price. I remember some like 14-year-old came in and dropped like $600, and I was like, "Where'd you get
we
this?"
couldn't take cash. You can only do
Yeah.
card and stuff. Yeah.
It was bad. No, well, I took cash. Well, I took cash from a 14-year-old because I asked him. I was like, "Where'd you get this money?" He's like, "Don't worry about it." I was like, "14-year-old." I'm like,
Jesus, you can't even sign this contract. Where's your mom?
"Hey, I was getting paid, so I was like,
Who cares?
Like,
Look
get out of
18 to
here,
me.
kid. I don't like your attitude, and you can't sign a contract.
He's like, "I was looking at your social security."
Give
He's
me
like,
that
how many numbers are in a
$600.
social security number?
So anyway, the new iPhone 7. I mean, what do you guys want to know? It's the new model. It looks pretty similar to the iPhone 6.
Same design.
6S, I should say.
Oh,
They did reroute the antenna band, so it looks cleaner. There's 2 new colors. They have a jet black, which reminds me of the iPhone 3G and 3GS, where it's like sheen, and of course will scratch easily. And then they have
Fingerprint.
They have a matte black, which is actually black, because like the one I have is space gray, but it's
Not black.
yeah.
Right.
So they're gonna have those 2 colors with the traditional silver, gold, and rose gold.
That's still around.
The pink.
The rose gold. They're still.
Yeah.
They must have sold enough of those.
Yeah, they said that's one of their top sellers. So
They're lying. They printed too many of those damn things, and they're like, "It's our most popular. People love it."
yeah. So what other details? There's no more. The home button is there, but it's not an actual physical button anymore. They took the technology from their new trackpads, where it's a use
Force
haptic
touch.
feedback. Yeah. You could do different things with a different pressure sensitive and stuff. So I'm curious to see. It is water and dust resistant now. Up to is IP67 certified. So you could drop it.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, you can
That's the best.
I don't know how many meters, but you could
I like IP77, but 67 is cool.
you could fall into a pool. You can drop in a puddle.
That's good.
Drop in the toilet. You're not.
That's what I was gonna say. The toilet's all
Other
that
than
matters,
fact-
right?
You know what?
Everybody just drops in the toilet.
Crap, but other than that, it's gonna work.
You know what's interesting? I actually like the fact that because for a long time, and not a super long time, but a period of time, it felt like Apple was so far ahead of everybody else as far as their design, their features, their just overall package
in
of
terms
stuff.
of what, their phones?
Just their phones. That's what I'm saying.
I disagree with that
no. When they
completely.
first came out with the PD, I mean, come on, like the other PDAs that were around
No,
were
when they
like the
first
Palm
came-
Trio
They
650.
were the first one to the smartphone game.
Well, no, they
No,
weren't.
They
but
had a
I'm saying,
capacitive. No, I will debate you,
BlackBerry.
David. They had a capacitive touchscreen. That's literally the only thing that was groundbreaking.
I would-
It still did email. It didn't have an app store. It couldn't send
I'm
pictures,
not,
David.
I'm not saying
It had the
I'm
slowest
saying
internet connection
User
on the market.
friendliness.
That's my point.
And
And
appeal. I mean,
the appeal and the user
it
friendly.
was the
Nobody.
BlackBerry
Yeah,
killer.
yeah.
I mean, before that, it was everyone had Blackberries. If you're
Yep.
in business, I mean, everybody.
The
it was
duck
just
blue
Blackberries
BlackBerry with the scroll
a
wheel.
whole
Oh, yeah, I love that
keyboard
thing.
on the thing. You know,
A700. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
and
killed
I'm
that.
saying for a period of time, and I think there was pushback from these other companies that were like, "Listen, you're Apple. What do you know about making business people aren't going to get into it?" And then eventually, that whole
And it wasn't until the 3G that it took off.
right. And
the
I'm
App
saying it
Store
felt
and-
like for a long period of time there was this catch-up game, and now I actually feel like Samsung and some of these other companies are actually they're on the cutting edge of what is. Oh wow, it does that. Oh, it's water resistant. Oh, it's dust
I'm
resistant.
Like, my Samsung phone's been since the 4 active. I had it.
Yeah,
was
the
in
active
water.
line. Yeah,
But that's what I like. I like that now Apple is actually being pushed to make different features.
They're
in their
kind
new
of
phones.
growing into being the same thing though, because
No,
like
it's-
they're all
Samsung was like, no, we could change out the batteries and we had the cards and this
Right.
and that. Now they don't do that, so they can get thinner like Apple.
It's going to be one phone.
It's just one of these. It's those
Whoever
things where
buys
it's
it.
it's
What's
not
that
even
called?
like what's the best phone. There's different phones every people like. For example, the iPhone 7 has the fastest processor to any Android phone. Apple's been ahead on the processor game for a very long time now.
Well, they have the
compared
money,
to Android
right? I mean,
phones, huh?
They have the money, probably. I mean, still, and
I mean, Samsung doesn't have money.
know.
That's
Sure,
not the problem.
Samsung
It's
has
just their
money. No.
technology is above Qualcomm and stuff. That's doing things. But like you said, they've had Android has had other things. They have wireless charging that Apple still does not have.
Right.
You
they
know,
say
things
that's
like
going to
that.
be in the 8. I heard some rumors
so
on the
so
8.
what are the
Heard
big
rumors on the 8?
So it's faster. It looks better. Similar design, but what are some of the unique changes?
One of the biggest changes are new cameras for both models. It's a new 12 megapixel sensor. They have optical.
So he's got to go up. It's just
No,
funny.
I think the ones
600
now-
megapixels.
I think the ones now have 12s.
No, I know, but I'm
it's
just
just
saying
a
it's
different
a
sensor.
better. It has a better. What is it called? Shutter or not shutter? What is it called?
It's a whole new lens, so it's like
A better
it's
lens,
Is
that's
it
what it's
that
called.
Zeiger,
Balloon
what's that
stuff.
guy's name?
yeah, the
But
one
now,
from Sony. Yeah.
normally the 7 or the 6 and the 6S, the optical image stabilization was only on the Plus. Now it's going to be for all the models. The 6 or the 7 Plus has a dual camera system, which is kind of cool. It's the same sensor in both, but one of them is a telephoto lens, meaning when you zoom in, it looks like crap because it's all using software to
Right,
zoom.
digital zoom.
They're going to have a 2x optical zoom, which
Like, what?
2x doesn't seem like much, but that's double, so that's still quite a bit. And
The
then
best way to zoom is just move your hand forward.
sometimes you can't, Jordan.
You have a zoom at the end of your
Manual zoom.
arm. You are the
So
worst
stupid.
salesperson ever. Does this have a or optical zoom or digital zoom? It has an
It's like
optical
a-
zoom. You just have to move a little closer.
I was buying printers, and they were like, does it have a duplexing function? And I was like, manual duplexer.
It's called flipping it over.
Take it out, flip it over, put it back through. Yes, it does have duplexing function. No problem. Got you
The
covered.
worst, man.
Oh man, snake oil.
Other
Over
than
here.
that, the image processing chip behind this thing is going to do a bunch of new things, like they're going to emulate depth of field that you get in like DSLRs with software and stuff. It just looks great.
So the
and
camera's
they've always had the best camera on the market.
One of the
I don't think you can make an upgrade without upgrading the camera. I feel like the camera always has to get better.
Well, and like I said, Apple's always leading the other manufacturers.
Well, you got to
in terms of
remember,
their
I
camera.
think they're always going to be known for being that the creative part of their base, right? The musicians, the photographers, the video, creators. That genre of them is what started them, right? That's their quote unquote base, right?
course,
That's how
yeah.
they started. So they always got to feed that monster. I mean,
Yeah,
So
here's
they have
what
to
I
make the camera
want
better.
them to work on for the next one. I want them to work on their compression rate of sending pictures to my phone because it looks like crap. My wife takes great pictures; they look awesome on her phone. Text
Well,
them
if
to
you have
me,
an iPhone,
and they
iMessage
look
back and forth, they
horrible.
look great.
They look horrible. I
That's
know.
your carrier, not the phone.
No, they need. It's the way they
Here's
compress
the
it.
That's
No,
your
it's
carrier
not-
doing
it's
that.
not-
I work there. I know.
It's not the carrier because if she takes one picture and sends it to me, it looks good. But if she takes like 6 or 7 pictures, then and puts them all in the same text, it looks bad
because it's a
it can only
global
send-
MMS limit, and it's compressing the images.
Yeah, it's their
in that
compression rate.
I have a
It's their
fix.
compression
I have a
rate.
fix
It's the
for you.
carrier's compression.
It would
No,
be-
they're compressing it and sending it to the carrier.
It's
The
the carrier,
carrier's
dude.
not compressing your pictures.
No, it's the carrier.
Sprint's coming into my phone.
I guarantee
Who
it's
uses
the carrier.
Sprint?
They
but
might be.
AT&T is not going into my phone and compressing pictures.
There's just MMS
no,
limits
they have a
on any
limit,
carrier.
and then they have to match the limit. So they're use a better compression to make it look cleaner when it comes
Whatever,
out on the
it's
other
the
side.
carrier.
I
It's
have
not
the-
the
It's
phone.
I
not
have-
the carrier.
I have the perfect fix for you, Jordan. Just look at her phone. Done.
Yeah.
Just like
manual
I'm like-
sending through
I'm
your
sta-
eyeballs.
I'm standing next to her, and I'm like, give it to me. But I need to see it clearly.
Anyways,
couple other things. This feature blew me away. Stereo speakers.
yeah.
Finally, something Android is having some of their phones.
Yeah.
Motorola
like
had
the
it in
Plex
one of
and
their
stuff.
phones way back in the day.
But HTC was the big one that had the
Yeah.
boom sound, whatever. But like finally, so your earpiece is going to be a front-facing speaker, and then the one on the right, they're still side or down-facing, whatever.
Yeah.
But it still creates that. I'm super.
I feel like you're hiding the thing that sucks about the new phone.
I'm getting
We're
there,
getting
Jordan.
there.
Shut up. I'm almost there.
I feel like you're really
new
trying to
Retina-
sell it without bringing this up.
New Retina HD display. It's brighter. Still. All right, fine.
what's missing, Gerald?
Speaking of loving of music people, David, they are
Yes.
getting rid of the headphone jack.
Oh, wow. Why would you ever do that?
Okay, great. Before we argue about this,
I have a question.
No, shut up.
Okay.
okay, Motorola came out with their new Android phones earlier this year.
Yeah.
Ditched the headphone jack, and no one said a thing.
Because no one buys
Who's
them.
Motorola?
Motorola is some of
Motorola
the
who?
most popular
Razer?
Android phones. What are you talking about?
Oh, they're not the most popular Android
I'd say
phones.
Samsung
is
and-
by far the most
Samsung and-
popular.
And who? Motorola
Apple.
is like the second
No,
one.
Samsung and
They're
Apple.
just
yeah, but it's
Android
like
phones.
that's
Motorola
so
is
far
like second
down.
to Samsung.
That's so far down.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, in the world of smartphones, Apple is first place. I mean, honestly, probably just from ownership.
Actually, they're not, but okay.
Well, in the U.S.
That's
Well, whatever. It just feel maybe.
close.
Well, I just would,
It's Samsung and Apple. That's the only two that matter.
Okay.
It's like Windows and
But I'm just saying,
That's
a
it.
really big
Linux.
manufacturer.
Linux uses headphone just cover their headphone jack. Well, what about Linux?
But a global distributor or creator of these big phones, Motorola, who's have some of the best Android phones in the market, got rid of it, and
They
no
have
one
not
cared.
done anything
so-
since the Razor.
Hold on. So you're
wrong.
So you're
Their Nexus 6 was the Motorola phone. That phone's excellent. What are you talking
so
about?
how many did you have?
okay. Hold on.
I didn't have it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have it. Did you have it? No,
Anyways,
that's 100%.
They got rid of it. No one
cared.
cared. But when Apple does it, everyone freaks out.
No,
Like,
but-
I get it. It's frustrating.
Hold on. But if you're trying to sell me on the fact that somebody else screwed up, that's not a good.
No, but I'm just
you get what
saying-
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
somebody that does a cell phone screwed up too.
I'm just saying, like, everyone's getting all pissed off at Apple, but it's like another big company did the same thing and
So-
nobody cared. I guess if maybe if Samsung did it, it would be a big
be a
deal.
huge
it would be a
deal.
huge
But like,
deal.
why not Motorola, which is, like I said, one of the biggest
because-
phone manufacturers on the planet?
but okay. So tell me
But whatever.
why
Doesn't
why
matter.
is this not a big deal?
It is a big
I don't
deal.
think it's
No. Let him.
It is a big deal. But what Apple said at the press conference, space is a premium with these phones. People want more and more stuff on their phone. They have to make room somewhere. This piece of technology has been around. They showed a picture of like a switchboard. That jack has been around for decades.
Yeah, for
And
good
they
reason.
made... I know,
stop,
I know.
let him finish.
But they made an example like they're the first ones to get rid of optical drives in the computers, and everyone made a big
I
stink
hate
about
that.
it, right?
I get so mad when I get to it.
You are one person who gets mad at that. I thought
stop. Let
I
him
remember
finish.
making my first gaming computer, and I had to get an optical drive because I wanted one, and I never used it because everything was just freaking USB or over the internet. Who cares?
So it's they're saying that it's not.
Also, it's analog versus digital. You can do more stuff with digital inputs. Unfortunately, the more stuff includes things like licensing the Lightning connector, having more control over the audio, putting maybe DRM on the audio stream, just like HDMI, which is unfortunate. I get it. Also, you can't charge your phone and listen to it at the same time without buying a $40 dongle, which is crappy. I get it.
They have like a splitter dongle that allows you to charge. and listen
Belkin,
to
they
music.
teamed up with Belkin to make one. It's $40.
So the
But
light.
it doesn't have 3.5. It's just two lightnings into one.
So the lightning adapter where you normally charge your phone is where you're going to plug in your headphones.
Yes, and the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus come with a new set of earpods with a lightning connector.
Of course.
And they also come with a lightning to 3.5 jack in the box.
So an adapter is included.
Yes.
As long as you don't want to charge it and listen at the same time.
Yeah, but that's. I mean,
That's
I get,
another adapter you have to buy separately, right?
You're
But
the guy.
honestly,
You're the guy that's upset because you want everything separated again. So I'm not
I
gonna.
do.
You and your VHS rewinder can
But
go back.
I was thinking about, honestly, like, I can't remember the last time I was charging my phone and listening to the same time. But I do with my iPad, so it's like, is the next iPad not going to have it? Probably.
I do when usually I'll listen to podcasts when I go to sleep, like news and stuff like that. People watch TV. I listen to news and stuff like that because I'm well learned and of
course,
smart, learned. But that I do charge my phone when I listen. So, and it also does cut into the idea of like, usually when I am doing something like that, like I'm watching YouTube, I'll actually try to plug in so I know when I'm stop watching it that I actually have a phone later on in the day. And so they need to, if they're going to do that, they need to make sure that their battery capacity has obviously gotten better or more efficient.
Well, with the new A10 Fusion processor, it's new. It's quad core. 2 cores are primary. 2 cores are just made for, I guess, using programs and stuff that you use all the time. So it's in like low power
Gotcha.
mode. So they said even with the same size battery, you're going to get about 2 hours more in this phone versus the 6S.
And the idea is, like you're saying, is that you will technically get better audio because it's in a more digital versus analog format.
Yeah, maybe not in the earpods because the earpods are crappy.
No, I know.
But
there'll be companies that come out, like Bose might come out with an actual headphone that's directly a Lightning adapter.
Oh, yeah,
and they already have
have
headphones
some.
out there on the market that are Lightning. I don't know if they're necessarily any better, but it gives you more control via an app to control the kind of sound equalizer and all that kind of stuff specifically for that headphone.
Okay.
Versus using onboard stuff that normally
I
just
think
sounds like crap.
ultimately because this is where the saturation works, right? When you own 10% of the market, whatever it is, you have to listen to the market, what the needs are of the customer. When you own a larger part, you get to tell the people what they want.
And the biggest thing during the Apple announcement, I don't know if you watched it, but the biggest meme right now is courage, right? They said they had these big reasons for removing it, and all was all up to them because they were like, space is a premium, that makes sense. It's antiquated technology, sure. I know a lot of people use it, but that makes sense. But then they were like, the biggest reason is because we have the courage to remove it. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my
you
God,
don't need to do that.
You are smelling your farts right now, and it's just ridiculous.
That's always been a problem of Apple is the optics of being so far up their own ass. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Here's what I really don't like.
Johnny
about it,
Ive
too, 'cause
didn't help.
The Lightning.
Well, yeah, and him, of course, talking about the iPhone.
Right.
It's like,
It's revolutionary. It's the greatest phone ever invented.
yeah.
And the Lightning, if I'm right, it's like Apple. Like nobody else can
proprietary
make
to Apple.
Lightning, right?
So they can
that's
license it to other people.
But the worst to me is like with connections and stuff like that is not just a standard. Like that's the beauty.
But Apple's
of
always been a closed ecosystem.
I understand,
Not
but
always,
like
clearly.
we want to be able to make. I want to be able to use a pair of headphones on every device, not just
course.
this.
I'm gonna have my phone. Hey, can I connect my phone to your car? Oh crap! I didn't bring my $9 dongle with me.
Here's the
Right.
here's the problem, Jordan. You don't own Apple.
I understand, but I'm just saying as a standard, like I hate that they're like DVI. There's like 4 different kinds of DVI. There's like, I like it when there's a standard. I love VGA. VGA is great. It always worked. Never had a problem with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just when they start getting these independent, this company's going to have this kind of jack and this company's going to have this kind of jack. It's like, it makes you only purchase those kind of products because you want all your stuff to match so that it all works. But it just makes life more difficult because I'm like, how many times you go to someone's house? Hey, can I charge my phone? Oh no, I have a Samsung.
Yeah, but I
You
can
have
make
an
it be
Apple.
difficult for the first year, and then all these companies are going to make the accessories that work for it, and then everyone's going to.
But I could argue that
Yeah, but it's so annoying.
standardization hurts innovation. You know what I mean? Like the idea that if you're
I have to keep this piece of antiquated technology to
not just even that part, but I'm just saying like if you have something that is better, but because it's not.
Yeah,
the
but it's not going to be standardized. If
I
you
get
got
what
to
you're
make
saying.
a better like HDMI is better than all those, but it's pretty much a standard. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
people,
saying?
when
They're
that
not-
was the
they're not
standard,
gonna
because
give.
it's a digital input, they enforced DRM on HDMI cables,
I
and a lot of
understand.
people were upset.
But I just don't think Apple is going to make it where it's a standard in like
get
every
used
device.
to it. I think that's really what it is. Get used to it. I mean,
I don't
that's-
have to because I hate
Have
Apple. And I'll
courage.
never own an Apple product. Period.
Have courage, yeah.
So I don't need courage. I'll
So
stick with Samsung.
you pre-ordered your iPhone.
Yep, last Friday, wife pre-ordered both of our phones.
You told me that the larger phone is the same price as the.
Oh yeah, they ditched the 16 gig model, so now it starts off at
us poor
32
people
for the
can't
same
buy
price.
that.
No, same price.
Okay, I just
Same price.
Just
Yeah, it's like
expensive price, right?
yeah. The cheapest one is now 32 gigs, so now we're getting a bump to 128 gigs.
You had a
We used to have the
64.
64
Yeah.
for the same price, so that's kind of cool. A couple other things now that obviously there's no headphone jack. They're prioritizing wireless now instead of that's kind of their thing.
Has Bluetooth gotten better? As far are
Well,
we still
let me get
running
that data.
A2DP or whatever?
No, Bluetooth still sucks for audio versus plugging it in. That's just probably always going to be the thing for a long time. But they came out with their first new wireless chip called the W1 chip, and it's in there. These new pair of headphones I'm about to talk about, and they announced 3 new Beats that are going to have it. But supposedly it has better audio quality than Bluetooth over the wireless, but it's still a kind of Bluetooth thing, but it's like Apple Bluetooth. I don't know. It's going to be weird.
Why is Bluetooth better than radio frequency? Like RF?
I don't know.
You guys are the. Don't ask me, man. I
I'm
just watch
saying,
movies and listen to
I
TV
was-
shows and play games.
Can you transmit data over RF, like large amounts of data?
No, but I mean for audio, like I got Bluetooth wireless headphones, and the RF ones that my father-in-law uses for TV way better than the
Maybe.
Bluetooth. I just don't understand why.
I think
Bluetooth
it's
is so
I
much
think
more
it's a
popular.
line of sight versus right because
and
RF
size too. Isn't RF
RF
doesn't
not
require
line of
RF?
sight.
Oh, radio
and
frequency,
It goes
you're
way
right.
farther.
Doesn't RF require like a lot of
There's
stuff?
Yeah, this might be why.
And you can't throw all that into a tiny phone.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
remember back in the day,
I'll just carry a big boombox with me.
he wants to go back to the bag phone. Remember those 2.4 gigahertz wireless phones that you had to have as a kid?
Yeah.
Those things weighed like a ton, like a brick. You could throw it at somebody.
for sure.
Anyways, but you could walk down the street and talk
And
on
then
the
if
phone.
you were on like
It
a
was so cool.
walkie-talkie, you
Yeah.
could like pick up other people's
Yeah, of course, conversations. Oh, here we go. We got a.
We got props.
Okay.
So their first wireless headset they announced.
How did you know those headphones were there?
Because you opened the drawer earlier.
Oh,
I saw
okay,
that.
good job.
I was going to bring some and I forgot. So these are the earpods. Everyone knows them. Like
Yeah,
so
the
they're
white-
gonna be lying to them. So they announced the AirPods, David, and they look like this. They just look like that with the wires cut off. They look exactly the same. They did
because
a
they
couple
didn't have
different
them and they
things.
just snipped some.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they're wireless now, right?
They're wireless. They have that W1 chip in it. They have a couple of things that's touch sensitive, so you can like tap on it to activate
Skip song.
Siri
Yeah.
or skip songs and stuff. It also has a sensor where you take it out of your ear, it'll pause it automatically, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
5 hours of listening time, which again people are getting upset about, but who listens to audio 5 hours in a row?
Long running,
A lot of people do.
not in a single sitting.
Yeah. Plus, it has a
Not in a
battery.
single sitting.
Like if you're at work, like and your job is some mundane job, and you have an 8-hour shift,
Then
you
don't get these.
listen
That's
to
okay. Then you don't get these headphones
for-
on for you.
That they also have. Well,
Okay, salesman.
no, but I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to find another store.
No, but
Because my headphones are made for 5-hour work. Part timer? Are you a part timer?
Because you can do factory work as a part-timer all day long with these headphones, but if you're full-time, these aren't for you. I'm sorry.
Well, you're not going to have the headphones in all the time, right? You put them in the charging case it comes with, and you get another
during your 15-minute break.
No, maybe you sell them wired headphones.
Maybe
Jordan.
you just tell them at lunch. Just make sure you plug them in, find an outlet, and you'll be good.
Why did we bring him back?
That's a good question. I didn't even know he was coming.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, so 5 hours of audio time. They come with a case. You put them in with an additional 24 hours.
Cool.
To charge it with Lightning, obviously. The biggest thing here that people are upset about is the hour time, which is no one listens for audio for 5 hours in a row unless you're Jordan.
There's a whole lot of people out there.
Hypothetical factory worker.
Also,
factory workers are not hypothetical. They exist.
Factory workers matter.
Also, they're $160, which a lot of people thought were expensive, but they actually are competitive in the wireless headphone area.
They better sound better than those.
Guess what? I don't think they do. I think
Yeah,
they're the same exact drivers, which is the problem.
That's my point. Is like they're like, whoa, we're comparable to other headphones. Like I think those are probably sound better.
They did announce the 3 sets of Beats, the Solo 3, the Workout 1 3, and then that new Beats X, which is only $150, which is, I guess, a pretty good price. I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, with these earbuds, I don't know if you've seen pictures of them, like people wearing them. They look ridiculous.
Yeah, they do. I've seen a couple
dumb.
photos. Yeah,
you look like an Android. Beep bop boop.
this is the thing. All the time, everything looks weird with technology, and then it's normal.
Well, I think they're trying to bring back
glasses,
the Bluetooth headset, and the Bluetooth headsets still look douchey.
Yeah, whenever I see someone that still has that thing in and they're not on it, and then they go boop. It's like,
no, you
so
know what? It's
stupid.
the people that wear the Bluetooth head, the neck ones, and people just walk around the store with them, and it's like, this looks so tacky and just. Ugh.
Yeah.
I immediately think less of you wear those, by the way.
Though I do think they're cool.
They do look cool.
They're for working out and stuff, but like, don't go out in public wearing them because you look like a douche.
Yeah, well. Anything else? Or is that it for Apple World?
That's
Apple
pretty
sucks.
much.
Fine. I'm glad
that's pretty much it. I will give you my review of the phone when mine comes in. My wife should be here next week. Mine is the week after, but my luck's been pretty good, so I'll probably get mine next week too.
Cool. Thank you, details guy. Took a lot of
I
notes.
heard about
it.
the 8. I heard rumors on the 8.
Dude, okay. I don't even know this, but rumors don't mean crap in the Apple world unless you see like the stuff starts leaking out.
I saw a picture.
There's no such thing as the iPhone 8
I couldn't have been
I saw a
doctored.
picture.
Was it on the internet? Because they don't lie on the internet.
It was a legitimate source.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
BBC.
Until you start getting cases leaked from the manufacturers of the real device, you're not going to know what it
They
looks
said
like.
they're getting rid of the black bezel. It's just going to be a screen. There's
all the way
gonna be
around
any
or
black.
something.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, you'll see it.
This one has the new
2017.
iPhone. It is more like rounded, right?
It's the exact same, except with the jet black model. Because it's all shiny black, it looks like one piece of material, which is kind of cool looking. Yeah. But no way in hell am I going to get that. I got the matte black one.
Cool.
With scratches.
All right, we got more to get to. We got some more news to hit on.
Do we?
Yes, we do. We have.
Oh, that's not news, David.
Oh, this is news. This is definitely news. This is our segment that we did last year. We will be doing this probably in the fall and the winter because there's always just too much.
Spring and fall are the too big.
Okay. Well, I thought you did winter TV. Maybe I was wrong. Anyways,
stuff, but the big season.
Here we go. Ready, you guys?
Yeah, winter they slow TV.
We got some new TV shows coming out, so it's time for View It,
Cue it,
or Screw It.